Well, hi, welcome to my latest video. Well, this is going to be the follow-up that I just recently mentioned on this LincPlus P3 laptop. I'm going to do quite a few things in this video to show some more details about how this thing can be used and how it performs. For example, I'm going to upgrade the disk space. I'm going to add an SSD 2.5-inch drive, probably around 500 gigabyte, and we'll see how that turns out. It should work out well and as an extension to the existing 128 gig that's built into the system. In addition to that, I'll be doing some software changes to it. For example, if you made the same mistake I did with the model that comes with the UK keyboard and you specified during the initial configuration that it's a US, I'll show you how that can be reversed. In addition, I will also change it from the Windows S mode to a regular Windows for Home environment. Now that's going to wind up probably using a bit more than memory, but I think it still will be usable at that point. We'll find out, because I'm going to do some performance testing of it as well, including the disk speeds and some of the general CPU performance and a few others. So if you hang around to the end of the video, you'll be able to see that and take a look at it. One other thing, I will also check the Wi-Fi. I am going to connect this through my Wi-Fi network, and I'll compare the performance test between that and a direct connect RJ45 Ethernet connection that I've already used up to this point. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is if you made the same mistake I did by chance and you specified the wrong keyboard, how would you change it? So the first thing you need to do is go into Settings. Then you need to go into Time and Language. Now here you can actually change the language as well. So if we come in here and say Language, now I did specify that correctly, so the only option here is English United States. That's what I specified as the language, but there are many others that you could change it to. If you wanted to add a new one, you click on this little add here, and you can pick whatever language you wanted to pick here. That's the default language for the computer itself. But I have that one correct. If I click on the default language, I will see options. So let me click on options. And one of the options over to the left here is the keyboard. Now, I've already added the United Kingdom keyboard, but if I hadn't, you would click on the Add the Keyboard, and you would scroll down to whichever one you want. So originally when I did this, I only had US keyboard, and I went ahead and added the United Kingdom one. So I'm good for now. So that language has been specified as one of the keyboards that I could use. So I can actually close this now, and if you come down to the taskbar, guess what shows up here? If you click on this thing, right now I have it set for English UK, but I have the option I could switch back to English United States if I wanted to. For example, if I attach an external keyboard, I could actually do that as well. So that's how you would set the keyboard back to English UK, which is what this particular model of this laptop supports. Okay, now let's take it out of S mode. You have to go into the Windows settings. We have to then go into Update and Security. We then go to Activation, and then it says Switch to Windows 10 Home. It says Go to the Store. Click on that. And the last step in the black box here is Switch out of S mode, and it gives you the instructions and that you can then run anything you want. We'll do a get. And once I've done that, that's the last step really. Working on it. You're all set. You have switched out of S mode. Close this. We're a Windows 10 Home. Close everything and we should be able to load whatever software we want at this point. Now I noticed when we were in the Windows update a little bit ago, it actually is ready for the next build level. So let me go ahead and upgrade it. It's always good to have the latest one, especially I heard good things about the latest one in terms of special options. So we go into Settings and then we go into Updates and Security. It actually says it is ready for Windows 10 version 22H2. That means 2022, half number 2 or second half, which is just passed. But this is a good one to go ahead and let's download it and get it up. Okay, we're back up again. Now we should have the latest feature set loaded. Let me double check that. Okay, let's see what our OS build is. Okay, now we have 22H2. We're all installed. Okay, let's put the extra SSD drive into it. This is the one that I have. Silicon Power 512. So we'll put that in there and see what it looks like. Close it up. I already got all the cables disconnected. Okay, there's 2 screws here I got to take off. I'm going to take this little panel out here. See the connector? Looks like it goes this way. This way, there we go. Just push it all the way in, and then put the panel back on. We'll see what we get when we power the thing on. Snaps in. That's good. Get this back on. Put the power adapter on again. Put the HDMI. Okay, and we're ready to power it on. And we're back up. Let me just log in here. Okay, let's see what we got. Do this PC. Let's see if it sees anything. Hey, now I see a new volume, D. 476 gigabytes. I think I can open that up and go in there. I think I can copy stuff over into it. Let me copy something in there. Make sure it works okay. Yep, it works fine. Okay, we got a second drive in here now. Another 500 gig. Okay, let's run Crystal Disk Mark on both of these drives and see what happens. I'll start with the one it came with, the drive C, 128 gigabyte. I'll do it all on that. Okay, all done. Not very impressive at all, but I'm not totally surprised by that. Low-end PC. Definitely not an M2 NVMe, but it could be a SATA. Even then, it doesn't look like it's SATA 3. It looks like it's SATA 2, closer to it anyway. Let me try the other drive and see what we get. Try the drive D as well, the one that we just added. We'll see what that looks like. Well, there we go. This one obviously is much more in line with what I was hoping for. Definitely a SATA 3 level of performance. I'm not sure what they have in there for drive C, but it is something less than a SATA 3. I originally thought it would be a M2 NVMe, but then I started thinking maybe it's an M2 SATA, but only SATA 2, but that's obviously not the case. So here we go. Those are the performance matchups between the two drives. I would highly recommend, obviously, that if you buy this PC, that you get yourself a second drive and put it into the bay that it provides, because you'd want to put whatever you need to get fast access to onto that drive. Okay, for a final set of things that I want to test, it'll be the internet speed. Now, I did find out that, I didn't notice it before, sorry, that the actual wired LAN, the Ethernet, is only 100 meg. It's not even the 1 gig that I was expecting. Anyway, I'm going to do the test here. I suspect I'd be limited by that because my internet speed is much higher than that. But we'll go ahead and try it out, and then I'll try the wireless one right afterwards because I got the wireless one already configured. 94.56 download. And 36.74 upload, which is pretty much what I expected, limited by my local area network speed of 100 megabits. Let me switch from the wired to the wireless, and then we'll see how that does. By the way, for this test, I'm using speedtest.net as shown in the URL over here. Pretty much standard, so something to keep in mind. So now we should be set up for the wireless. Let's see how it goes. Wow, for the wireless, I did a lot better. Almost 50% improvement, actually a little bit more than 50%. The upload is the same, just the download improved. But that goes to show that the wireless, in this case, is actually faster than the wired. So it's something to keep in mind here with this one. You may want to stay wireless if you decided to get it. Obviously, if your wireless supports, the level of performance that this shows. So it's good to test it and find out, though, right? It did successfully run Cinebench version 20, but as you can see here, it's with only 2 threads, and slow threads at that, it's taking forever. And it completely chews up the CPU performance and most of the memory. Well, here's the end results, a whopping 114 points. I think I probably set an all-time low record with this one, huh? Okay, it looks like Blender completed. Somewhat unremarkable scores, probably set a new low on this, but at least it ran. So we know where this thing fits in with other systems if we want to do a comparison. Well, there we go. Now you have a better picture of what this LincPlus P3 laptop can do. Again, it's a fantastic price right now at about $170 on Amazon. And it looks like they even discounted it further since I first put that ad up there. But take a look. Anyway, you've now seen how it works. You've seen how we can upgrade this space. You've seen how we can make some of the software configuration changes that I highly recommend. And you get an idea of how it performs as well, both in terms of the system itself and how it performs in the network, Wi-Fi, for example. So anyway, thanks for watching.